So, Doki Doki Fallen Angel is a Doki Doki Literature Club fan mod that is not affiliated with Team Salvato. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed and contains spoilers for the official game. Game files for Doki Doki Literature Club are required to play this mod and can be downloaded for free at ddlc.mo. By playing Doki Doki Fallen Angel, you have completed Doki Doki Literature Club and accept any spoilers contained within. We have. Let's go. Welcome back to TheProductioneerDude. Today we are playing a Doki Doki Literature Club mod called Fallen Angel. So yeah, it's actually been a long time since I played Doki Doki Literature Club on the channel. Like, how long has it been? So like, we had the first playthrough, which actually I haven't even completed the whole thing either. As in like, finished editing all that footage, uploading it. And we did play a little bit of Monika after story, but I did have to private some videos because there were like some issues with it, like copyright and whatever. So, sadly, yeah. Either way, it's been a long time. I think it's been like almost, I think the last time I played it was like a year ago, roughly. So it's going to be pretty interesting to get back into the mods. Oh yeah, and I promise I am going to get back into things like Monika After Story, Just Yuri, Just Natsuki, the Sayori mod, etc. So, look out for that too. Alright, so let's go. New game. We are going to be... Jeongin makes an appearance yet again. So, Sayori said, Jeongin. Jeongin? Jeongin, wake up!
Wakey, it's
I shake myself awake. Huh? Upon opening my eyes, the image of Sayori fills my view.
Hi, how are you?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start out a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Well, you know what we gotta do? We gotta save. Return, okay. Well, you promised this morning you would check out some clubs, so I thought maybe... What are you getting at, Sayori? Well, that you could come to my club. Like I said, I have no interest in literature. Sayori? Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Me. Yeah, I'm going home. But you promised. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would be bringing a new member. And Natsuki already made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Like how you promised me you'll look at clubs. Yeah, you shot yourself in the foot there, Jeongin. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! Sayori grabs my wrist and yanks me out of my chair. There you go. Act 1. Friendships made, friendships broken. So yeah, I've heard this mod is actually pretty good. Like, I think like years ago I watched a playthrough of it, but I don't remember what happens. But all I do know is that people have given it like positive reviews. They say it's a really fun mod to play. It does make you emotional throughout the whole thing though, so I'm kind of looking forward to that part, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, and thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I think we've all done that before, you know. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, throws open the classroom door. Or was it really necessary to use so much force when you could have just gently opened the door?
Shut!
Okay, every time I hear that reference, bruh. I'm sorry. Everyone, the newest member is here. What did I say about calling me a new member? Huh? I glance around the room.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. And now you're here. I've been really looking forward to finally seeing you. Wait, why did I say that out loud?
You stupid.
Hey yo, why are my thoughts being played out loud? My god. Who is this angel? She's absolutely stunning. I've never seen her around school before. I would have remembered if my eyes ever made contact with the likes of her. The way her lavender eyes pierced mine. Her long purple hair which frames her face. Her mature physique that any girl wished she had. Why do I feel so hot all of a sudden? My face is burning and my palms are sweaty. Does school turn off the AC after hours or something? Seriously? You brought the boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Why does he have a dick? What the fuck? Ah, Jeongin. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Welcome Jeongin. Welcome Jeongin. Welcome Jeongin. All words escape me in this situation. This club has an incredibly cute girl. Oh shit. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry, Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made Cupcakes, according to Sayori. Sayori steps closer and leans into my ear. Can you believe she's the same age as us, Jeongin? I turn to Sayori with a dumbfounded expression written on my face. Don't let her size fool you. Natsuki can hold her own. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori steps away and turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. I feel like I'm playing the game all over again. Because all those dialogue is like pretty similar. Just something different, or just things different, you know? Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I say this to both of them, however my eyes never stray off of Yuri. It sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. Monika smiles sweetly. That smile. That damn smile. Yeah, we had a class last year together, I believe. Monika and I were in the same chemistry class last year. I would joke with my friends how me and her had chemistry together, playing more of a romantic connection. In reality, we only had one interaction with each other. And that was when I had sneezed and she said bless you, to which I accidentally responded with you too. Wow! Yo, that actually sounds like something I would do in real life. I do that all the time too, because, you know, people respond with like, have a great day, and I'm like, you too. So when somebody's like, I go, achoo, bless you, thanks, you too. Anyway, that's right. It's great to see you again, Jeongin. You too, Monika. Smooth. Come sit down, Jeongin. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Get out of my way. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly trots back to the table, tray in hand. Psych! Okay. Oh. Okay. She said, oof. Natsuki trips and falls to the ground, tray in hand. Oh my god, are you okay? The hell was that? I rush out of my seat to help her. Don't touch me. Get your disgusting hands off me. Don't give me some virus. Natsuki gets up without any assistance. She quickly pats herself off. The cupcakes. The tray of cupcakes spilled over. On the floor, I see a dozen chocolate cupcakes with colored frosting, ranging from pinks and whites. Each one is decorated to look like little cats with chocolate chips to make the nose and ears. I'm sorry. Natsuki looks really sad that she dropped her cupcakes. Sayori seems pretty sad too. Hey, it's alright. Look, not all of them fell out. I pick up the tray. Although a decent number of cupcakes hit the floor, there's still a few that stay relatively safe in the tray. We can still eat these, right? Right. Yay! We still get cupcakes!
Bruh.
Natsuki, why don't you get a broom to clean these up? Alright. Natsuki goes to the closet and we continue where we had left off. Sayori leans into my ear. Hey, Jeongin. Yeah? You did good there. Well, everyone just seemed disappointed. That's just like you. What do you mean?
Nope.
Alright, let's eat these cupcakes. Yeah, she's not gonna elaborate any further. Anyway, she immediately grabs one, followed by Monika, then me. Natsuki also returns, broom in hand. It's delicious! Sayori talks through her mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. After she finishes sweeping up the mess, Natsuki returns to the table. She's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I shoved the entire cupcake into my mouth like a vacuum. Damn, my man's just straight up inhaled that cupcake. Guessing it's sweet and full of flavor. What if she made it herself? Oh wait.
That is really good.
What is that?
Yeah, this Magi's tongue was a mouthful. Thank you, Natsuki. What are you thinking me? It's not like I made them for you or anything. Baka!
Stop the cap.
Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, you know. Dummy. You're stupid.
Stupid.
Anyway, let's see. So, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the center of the table. So, you keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Girl, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I understand. Well, tea reading might not be a pastime for me, but I do at least enjoy a cup of tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I almost choke on my tea. Like that. I was fearful of this question. I can't tell Monika I was bribed with cupcakes and then practically dragged here by Sayori. Sayori bribed me with cupcakes and then dragged me here. Yeah, he said it anyway. Monika shoots a glance at Sayori then back at me. She then smiles warmingly at me. That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. So, Jeongin, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, yet another question I was not ready to answer. Considering I've read little to nothing in the past years, I don't really have a good way of answering. Yuri seems like an avid reader, so I need to give an answer that would seem impressive. Think, Jeongin, think! Use your head! Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Did you say... manga? Yeah, why? No reason. Alright then. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of psychological horror lately. I read a horror book once. Technically I watched a movie based off a book, but they're practically the same thing.
Correct!
Depends on what it is. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Well, hi, bonjour.
Trying to show off much? What was that, Monika? Oh, I was just saying that's unexpected, Yuri, for someone of such gentle nature like you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give me my paper back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands over her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Huh? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. Okay, I think a lot of this is just the same as like the first game, except for the few like different ones, since you know it is focused on Yuri. I know that's what this one's all about. I don't know how much longer I should just read them, but whatever. You wouldn't like them. Wanna bet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your mind. You listen to Yuri talk about writing all day. My thoughts are interrupted by Monika. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in awkward silence for a moment. Okay, everyone. I have an idea. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Well, what? Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Jeongin? What is this, an interrogation? Why do these girls keep asking me difficult questions? Hold on, there's still one small problem. Huh? What's that? I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I haven't made a definitive decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and my train of thought has been derailed. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry. I thought, Jeongin, you all, yeah, they all became shorter. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with Yuri. Right. Alright, I've decided then. I am going to join the literature club.
Yeah, boy.
One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me in a vice-like grip, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignments. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Jeongin, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. You too, Monika. Once again, I failed to form a proper sentence in front of Monika. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Jeongin, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yeah! Let's go. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind can't stop focusing on one of the girls. Yuri. Maybe I'm crazy, but I definitely felt a connection between us. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I can take this opportunity to grow closer to her. Alright. I just have to play my cards right, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Perhaps if I write a good poem, I can gain the attention of a specific girl. You already said she likes horror, right? Well, let's see what I can conjure from that. I was trying to read it fast because I know 99% of the dialogue here is kind of the same as the original game. Anyway, I take a seat at my desk. Poems. Poems, 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 poems. I continue to repeat the word over and over in my head as if that will give me inspiration. Oh. I hope that was good. I don't know what to write. I'm not feeling particularly inspired. Maybe if I just write 20 random words down. No, that would never work. I get up from my chair. Ugh. What do I do? I'm a new member. I have to show I'm good enough to be part of the club. More so, I want to impress. I can't afford to embarrass myself. I already did when I told Yuri I only read manga. Aha! I should check out the bookstore. Perhaps if I studied on poetry, I can impress the girls. I grab my notebook and head out. Oh, we're going to the library. Alright, let's see. I begin running my fingers along various books. I start to pick random books off the shelf. Unwind? No. It? No. The Lightning Thief? What am I, 13? There has to be some decent books here somewhere. I pull another off the shelf. Doki Doki Outcast? No. A guy walks beside me. Is that Outcast? He picks it up. This is a great story. I'm sure it is. I walked in the next aisle. Ugh, this is useless.
Hi, how are you?
What's useless? Ah! Quickly jerk my body back to face a random voice. Oh, it's just you, Monika. Did I scare you? Me? Scared? Nah, I would never.
Stop the cap.
I nearly peed my pants, but overall I'm good. What are you doing here? I'm looking for some books on Chopin, I think that's what it's called.
Who?
Yeah, who? Frederick Chopin. He was a virtuoso and pianist back in the early 1800s. Monika's eyes seem to light up whenever she talks about old dead guys.
What is that?
Are you into piano, Monika? Not exactly. I'm only beginning to learn. Piano? Really? A girl of your talents? Well, that's great, Monika. Now it's my turn. What are you doing here, Jeongin? What am I doing here?
Bruh.
Yeah, that's what I ask myself every day when I wake up. Why am I here? I would never go to a bookstore on my own volition. Well, since I'm now part of a literature club, I wanted to get more well-versed in the material. You have anything in mind? Not really, I've just been looking. In the horror section? Huh? Look up and see this aisle is marked horror. Do you happen to get inspired by a certain someone from the club? You're fun to tease, Jeongin. My face turns beet red. My eyes subconsciously begin to move away. Spot a purple figure near the checkout. Hey, Monika. Isn't that Yuri over there? Huh? Monika turns around and sees Yuri checking out a handful of books. What a coincidence how 3 club members all went to the bookstore by themselves at the same time. Right, Monika? Monika seems to be fixated on Yuri. Monika? Monika! Oh, sorry about that, Jeongin. I just got a bit distracted. Jeongin, do you mind if I ask you a question? Go ahead. What do you think of the club members? Monika seemed really serious when she asked that. Well, as you know, Sayori and I are best friends. Natsuki seems alright for the most part. And Yuri? What about Yuri? At the club, you seemed really entranced by her. Did I now? You did. Are you sure? Yuri is a good asset to the club, but she's very timid around new people. I'd be very upset if she left because she felt uncomfortable in the club. Monika, I would never do that.
Stop the cap.
Good. Just keep your distance from Yuri, okay? Are you sure that's the right thing to do? I don't want to isolate her. Everything is better that way. Monika's acting really weird. Why would I purposely avoid Yuri? Well, I have to go now. Bye, Jeongin.
Bye, have a great time.
Monika skips off. Looks like Yuri has already finished checking out her books and left too. Why would I make Yuri uncomfortable? Everything is better that way. Something about the way Monika said that sure made me feel uncomfortable. Perhaps I'm just overthinking things. I end up not buying any books. Instead, I just begin to walk home. I still have a poem to write. Do we still get the poem minigame or no?
Nope.
Aw. I was kind of hoping we would. A little sad. Okay. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little out of my comfort zone, but I'm a man of my word. I'm Mr. Jeongin, never break promises. You!
Who?
Cause you know, I'm the brother of Jeongin. You! I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jeongin. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't want to join any clubs this year. You even said yourself, Sayori had to practically drag you here. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Excuse me, Natsuki, but I was still talking before you interrupted. Hey, I'm looking out for us. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps your manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. So like manga? Imagine that's what she'd do. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki turns around and marches towards the closet. Don't worry guys, Jeongin always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost burned your house down once. Is that so? She did? Did she ever tell you that story? Jeongin, wait! Sayori was having a party at her house. I'm freaking out, the dog's having a seizure, and I still got half a pie left. Huh? Stop it! It's embarrassing. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Jeongin can be good friends too. Sayori. Huh? Yo, Sayori become a villager. Huh. For usual, Sayori is completely oblivious to even the most basic of social cues. Oh, Yuri even brought something today, you know? Wait, Sayori! Huh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Alright, so it's my time to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. Surprised to be sure, but a welcome one.
Bruh.
Nice meme reference there. Alright, so I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into a bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Yoink! Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It's like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the very first few pages. Or something. Uh-oh. Think she knows me staring at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. It only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I just wanted to know a bit more about the book is all. Oh, I'm glad you're interested. Okay, so this part's different, but I just want to say, playing DDLC like this, even though it's like a mod, and it's like supposed to be different, makes me feel nostalgic. Like, DDLC was like one of the games that actually made my channel more popular as well, so it's really nice just to look back on this moment now, because it just feels really nostalgic playing through the whole Yuri scene again, because if you guys remember, that was like, I went through Yuri's route on like my first playthrough, if you guys recall correctly. Oh man, it's so nostalgic just playing through the whole thing now, even if it's like still the same repetitive dialogue, and it's supposed to be like a different mod, but we're definitely gonna get to the stuff soon, I just know it. Anyway, once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. And it's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Infinite Isolation. The cover shows a shadowy figure sitting in what appears to be a jail cell. Through the barred window of the cell wall is a single cherry blossom. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about a woman and her husband who are imprisoned in a human experimentation camp. They plan to escape the camp, but unfortunately their plans are discovered. As punishment, the wife is forced to watch them hang her husband from a tree and spend the rest of her days in solitary confinement. The rest of her story is about her dive into total insanity after the traumatic events. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yeah, she giggles now. You're not a fan of that sort of thing, Jeongin? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Kominasai. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost any interest at all. Well, I guess it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fuel my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It is a literature club after all, yo.
Correct!
Yeah, this dialogue's the same, so I'm trying to read through it kind of fast. That's true. Yuri seems to relax a bit now. In fact, might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just grab the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright. It's about to sit over here, right? Hey, yoink. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. You sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Okay, so I think after the whole scene here ends, I will actually end this part, because I'm just trying to speed through all the same dialogue. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, kominasai. I was just... you apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't mean to. Kominasai. Oh wait, no, I'm not supposed to say that. Let's see here. This should work, right? Slide my desk up until it's against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. Suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that kind of makes it difficult to turn a page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the side of the left book between her thumb and forefinger. I would do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. There you go. So there's our hand, I think. Okay, yeah, because you can see her left hand, her right hand, and then there's ours. Okay. I was gonna say then, Yuri's got a long arm. Feels like it's staying out here. She's got a long ass arm. Holding it in like this. We're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Try to focus on reading. Oh, okay, we're actually reading it. Lena, wake up! Sorry, I slowly open my eyes. The sunlight is blinding until a figure appears over me. He speaks to me in a deep voice. Wake the hell up, Lena. We got a camp to burn. My vision clears and I see who's before me. It's my husband, Keanu. I groggily sit myself up. Keanu grabs my arm and helps me. Come on, we'll talk after you get something in your stomach. I assume that's why I'm saying it. AKA Lena. My eyes glide along the pages. The words aren't difficult to understand, but it's been a long time since I've read a book. Are you ready? Huh? Suddenly, Yuri's eyes fall on me. I turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. Couldn't keep up with Yuri, even in normal conditions. In our current position, I'm having an even harder time focusing. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. I hope Yuri doesn't think I'm illiterate or something.
You stupid.
Nevertheless, I continue to read. Oh, okay, there's more. So, remind me what the plan is, I ask. Not here. There's too many ears around. I look around the courtyard. Keanu and I have been trapped in this POW camp for months now. I'm sick of it. We plan to escape, but I'm nervous. The stakes are high, and if we get caught, who knows what can happen. Regardless, waiting for help isn't going to work. We'll rot in here before the war ever comes to an end. I look around to the other prisoners around me. It's like a zombie movie. Everyone is so lifeless. I suppose that's what happens when humans lose their humanity. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go to the page, when I get Porter over to her side, as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Jeongin, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, hold up. Oh, fantastic 10 minutes and I've already managed to ruin my chances at love. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were so conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that I find it kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden?
Hi, how are you?
Okay, everyone, I think I saw something appear for a second. Oh, okay. She said I, and then Monika was like, okay, everyone. Welcome back to the Literature Club. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. Sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Might have been my imagination, but it seemed Monika was giving me a dirty look before turning away. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. I'll go ahead and finish the first 3 chapters, that way we can read together when the story picks up. That sounds like a good idea. Alright. I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My stomach ties itself into knots. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. With whom should I share my poem with first? Wow. You know, this is kinda hard. I'm aiming towards Yuri, but I think Yuri would be a better choice than Yuri, guys. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. I feel like the choice of Yuri is just... I don't know. Something's telling me to choose Yuri instead of Yuri. I'm sorry. Alright, Yuri's probably the most experienced, so I can trust she'll give honest feedback. Also, she's the girl I'm trying to impress anyways. Yada yada. I walk up to Yuri. I guess this is when we show poems, huh? I guess so. A gentleman in me would say ladies first, but Yuri seems nervous about this. Not too comfortable with sharing, I presume? It's just that I've never done this before. Alright, that's fine. How about I show you my poem first then? Really? Of course. Yuri sighs in relief. Thank you. I wave my hand dismissively. Don't mention it. Just don't make fun of my handwriting. What do you mean? A lot of people give me crap because my handwriting is very childish.
Huh?
Jeongin, I would never do such a thing. I hope that's not how you really see me. No, that's not it at all. I don't think of you as the type of person who would make such a big deal out of something so minuscule. Forget I said anything. Very well. Anyways, here's my poem. I hand Yuri my poem. So says what I wrote. The silence of the nights. I lay, eyes closing, drifting out of consciousness. Thoughts fester and plague my mind. My imagination plays tricks on me, as the deafening silence pounds my eardrums. But the fragile silence is broken by the sound of a voice. The sweet, sweet voice of a woman bidding me goodnight. I breathe in and out as my eyes close again. I lay in the cage of my blankets. I feel as if I'm in a dream. I can feel the aura of another person next to me. I'm captivated by the voice at my door bidding me goodnight, until I realize I live alone. My heart beats unstable as my eyes explode open. The deafening silence returns, and my eyes slowly drift out of consciousness again. Alright, cool. Phenomenal. What was that? Jeongin, this poem is fascinating. The dark tone and eerie ambiance you've created is very unsettling. Not in a bad way, though. Did I raise my voice? You did. Gominasai. Damn it, I was actually getting somewhere. Alright, Jeongin, fix this. Hey, it's alright, I didn't even notice. Please continue. You seem really interested in my poem. Yes, like I was saying. It's a very dark and chilling piece that really evokes emotion. Question for you, Jeongin. How much experience do you have with writing? Your use of metaphors and the way you pull the reader into your poem is fascinating. Really? Thanks, Yuri. That means a lot coming from you. To be honest, this was actually my first time writing poetry. I knew that. I could tell by... Yuri traces her finger on my poem, dissecting it further down. Yes, here's how I was able to tell. A common mistake I see in new writers is that they try to make their writing too deliberate. They usually try to focus on one or two different topics or styles and try to fit the two together. The end result is both the writing and the meaning of the piece are weakened. Once Yuri gets her thoughts together, she appears as a whole different person. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. Oh, that's good advice, Yuri. I'll definitely consider that next time. I'm sure you'll improve nicely. Metaphors can go a long way in writing. I have an example of that if you would like to read it. Of course. Yuri smells as if this is a rare opportunity for her. I think that in itself it's funny. I mean, isn't this a literature club after all? Yuri hands me her poem. Okay. Ghost under the light. The tendrils on my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, I assume that's supposed to say. And that's a semicolon. Breathing air out of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Oh, I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Okay, I will admit, it was a little hard to read, but it wasn't that bad. I've seen worse. At least she's not writing like hella sloppy. Because I've seen people write like that and it looks like they're writing in a whole nother language. So yeah, that's fine. I probably shouldn't tell Yuri I never learned how to read cursive. Well, I just don't read script very often. I just think your handwriting's very pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Size shouldn't matter, right?
That's what he said.
And pause on that. Right? I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jeongin. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of their past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought about that. That's really impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Jeongin. Me too. But it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Oh, okay, that's everyone. Sayori showed me her poem, Dear Sunshine. I could tell she wrote it this morning, but when I asked her, she avoided the question. Natsuki showed me her poem called Equals and Fly. Short and simple, but the message of how you can try but never be really good was well thought out. And Monika and I shared our poems. Her poem was titled Hole in the Wall. It's pretty abstract and I didn't really understand it. Monika said it had something to do with an epiphany of hers, but she didn't go into too much detail. Nevertheless, I thought it was a good poem. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone has judged me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, if I could give a few small critiques. Humph. Oh, what is it, not edgy enough for your taste, Yuri?
Bruh.
What is that supposed to mean? If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Jeongin did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which yours definitely wasn't. And Jeongin liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Jeongin appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Ah, the old back and forth. This is really nostalgic too. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who booms magically grew 2 sizes bigger as soon as Jeongin started showing up.
What the fuck?
Classic. Natsuki, that's a little... Hey, this doesn't involve you, get out. That's what they say, basically. I don't like fighting, guys. I would never do something so shameful. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Jeongin, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. She could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. And this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Jeongin. Well, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jeongin? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Am I really the best person to intervene? What should I do? Pretend you weren't listening or attempt to defuse the situation? Oh, you know, I forgot I could save at decisions. Yeah, that's good. Because I'm so used to, like, the last 2 visual novels I played, Chemically Bonded and Sounds for Love, where you couldn't even save, like, during the choices. Let's defuse the situation. We can do this. Yo, this is Jeongin we're talking about. It's not like my previous Doki Doki Literature Club self who had no idea what to do. I think you are both very talented and have very unique writing styles. Nope. That's some BS. I sink back into my seat. I really need to start preparing myself for difficult questions these girls might ask. Excuse me, Natsuki, I don't think you have any right to talk to Jeongin like that. You know what I think, Yuri? I think that when I first met you, I was excited to meet someone who thought I would share, or who I thought would share the same interests as me. But now I see that you're just some stuck-up bitch.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
It's... Whoa, okay. It's no wonder you have no friends.
What in the goddamn?
Oh, there. Okay, that escalated very, very fast. Yuri runs out of the classroom wiping her eyes with her sleeve. I stare deeply at Natsuki. I see regret in her eyes. I should go apologize. Before I can process what just happened, Natsuki is already out of the classroom. I turn to Monika. Aren't you gonna do something? Should I? You're Miss President, aren't you? You should go help resolve the situation. I think they'll be fine. She walks off. What the hell? How's the club president not gonna do anything here? I don't agree with this leader, man. I don't think Yuri wants to see Natsuki right now, so maybe it's best if I intervene. I start to walk towards the door to go find Yuri.
Nope.
Jeongin. I'm stopped cold in my tracks by Monika's sudden shift in tone. You should stay here. Yuri just needs some time to... Wait, needs some time to herself to calm down. I'm Something ominous about the way Monika said that, but maybe she's right. Yuri will come back when she's ready. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd y'all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. It was alright. Jeongin, how about you? I guess it was okay. It's a neat thing to talk about with everyone. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did want to learn more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. Anyway, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. And nod to myself with newfound determination. Jeongin, ready to walk home? Yeah, let's go. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? I think to myself, I shouldn't judge people based off only just 2 days.
Correct!
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they made good friends with you. Whew. You know, Jeongin, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat her on the shoulder. Say that more to myself, yeah. It's a good monologue. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna end this part here, this has been long. I think we basically are getting through all the basic dialogue stuff, so. Just seeing as like there was just a lot of like the exact same stuff from the original game. I am gonna do like a second part as well, and then I'll see what you guys think of it. I'm also gonna have my face cam in the next part. I'll plan that out more, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and let me know if there are also any other ddlc mods you want me to play through as well, because I do want to get back into Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm also gonna get back into Monika after story as well, just Yuri, and then also there was the just Natsuki mod, so I'll make sure to do those as well. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.